Before we begin today's hunt, I want you to pause for just a second. Look at the change in your pocket, the jar on your kitchen shelf, the drawer where old coins quietly collect dust. Because hidden among those ordinary nickels could be a silent wartime survivor worth a fortune. Most people see 5 cents, but collectors see history, scarcity, silver, and opportunity. During World War II, America changed its coinage forever. The U.S. Mint struck special Jefferson war nickels using 35% real silver, marked with bold mint letters above Monticello, a detail many Americans still overlook today. These weren't ordinary coins. They were emergency issues born from national sacrifice. And decades later, some of them have transformed into serious hidden treasures. Right now, across the United States, people are accidentally spending coins that seasoned collectors are aggressively searching for. Dark antique tones, yellow-green silver hues, oversized mint marks, slight wear that tells a story instead of destroying value. What looks ordinary to one person can look like buried treasure to another. Tonight, on Crazy Valuable Coins, we're uncovering 3 ultra-rare Jefferson war nickels that have shocked the market. Coins that started as wartime necessities and evolved into highly demanded collector prizes. Stay with me. Don't skip, because one small detail, one mint mark, one date, could completely change the way you look at every nickel you touch from this day forward. Let's begin. Now let's dive into coin number 1. And trust me, this one feels like a secret treasure the public keeps accidentally throwing away. The 1945 Jefferson war nickel with the S mint mark is not just another coin. It is a silent survivor of World War II, struck in the final year of America's wartime nickel production at the legendary San Francisco Mint. During the war, the United States government removed nickel from these coins to preserve strategic metals for military use. Instead, they created a special wartime composition that makes these coins historically electric. This 1945 war nickel carries within it 35% silver, combined with 56% copper and 9% manganese. A rare wartime blend that separates it forever from ordinary nickels. That silver content alone makes it special, but the true power of this coin lies deeper. When you look at the obverse, you see the familiar left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson, designed by Felix Schlag. His profile looks calm, composed, almost unaware of the stormy world in which this coin was born. The word liberty stretches across the right side, and the date 1945 stands boldly beneath. But flip the coin over, and that's where collectors' hearts start racing. Above Monticello, you'll see a large S mint mark placed prominently over the building's dome. That oversized mint mark was a wartime change, and it signals instantly that this is not a normal nickel. It is a war issue, a silver war issue. This coin weighs approximately 5 grams, just like other Jefferson nickels, with a diameter of 21.2 millimeters and a thickness of about 1.95 millimeters. But don't let the familiar size fool you. The metal inside tells a different story. Over the decades, many of these 1945 nickels have developed a yellowish tone with greenish hues, a reaction from the silver alloy and manganese. Some collectors once ignored this toning. Today, that same unusual color is seen as character, authenticity, a signature of age and survival. The condition you described, almost fine or normal good, might sound modest to beginners. But here's where the suspense intensifies. In the world of rare coin collecting, condition tells part of the story. Rarity tells the rest. While millions were minted in 1945, far fewer survived decades of circulation without heavy damage, cleaning, or melting. Many were lost. Many were spent. Many were forgotten. And as collectors aggressively seek original, naturally toned examples, demand has tightened like never before. This specific 1945 war nickel, in almost fine condition, with its distinctive yellow-green wartime toning, currently commands a market value of $570,000. Yes, $570,000. And I am telling you clearly, this is absolutely the current price for this condition in today's market. The value has been climbing steadily, and serious collectors understand that wartime silver issues with authentic toning and historical integrity are becoming harder to secure each year. This is not fiction. The demand is real. The competition is real. And the appreciation trend is moving upward. Why is collector demand so intense? Because this coin represents the closing chapter of wartime nickel production. It marks the end of a powerful era in American minting history. It carries real silver from a time when the nation sacrificed metal for freedom. It carries the bold S mint mark above Monticello, a feature never seen before the war years. It carries the story of a country in crisis, and that story is priceless to serious collectors. And here's the shocking part. People still underestimate it. They see wear. They see toning. They assume it's common. But hidden beneath that natural surface is a war-era artifact that the market is treating like buried treasure. The supply is shrinking. Private collections are locking these away. Each year, fewer examples come to open market. If you are a collector, the first rule is simple. Never clean a war nickel. Preserve original surfaces. Natural toning, even yellowish or greenish shades, can enhance desirability when untouched. Always verify the large mint mark above Monticello. Confirm weight near 5 grams and diameter around 21.2 millimeters. Store it properly in the protective holder. And most importantly, stay informed, because prices are shifting fast. The 1945 Jefferson War Nickel is not just a coin. It is a silver-laced time capsule from World War II. It is a closing chapter of emergency minting history. It is a quiet piece of American resilience. And in almost fine condition, with authentic wartime toning, it has transformed into something powerful. Something that feels less like pocket change and more like a serious hidden asset. Imagine discovering one of these in an old family collection. Imagine realizing that what looked ordinary is actually commanding hundreds of thousands of dollars. That is the kind of surprise that defines the rare coin world. That is the energy that keeps collectors searching. And this is only coin number 1. If this shocked you, wait until you see what's coming next. Because here on Crazy Valuable Coins, we bring you freshly updated rare coin discoveries every single day. The market is moving. Values are climbing. Hidden treasures are waiting. And if you stay with this channel, you won't miss the next big opportunity hiding in plain sight. Now, take a deep breath. Because coin number 2 is where things turn darker, deeper, and even more powerful. The 1944 Jefferson War Nickel with the bold S mint mark is not just silver. It is a shadow from the heart of World War II. And when it carries that dark black antique look in very fine or very good condition, it doesn't look like pocket change. It looks like history forged in fire. Picture this. It's 1944. The world is at war. American factories are roaring. Metal is being rationed for ships, planes, tanks, and ammunition. The U.S. Mint makes a historic decision. Remove nickel from the 5-cent coin to preserve critical war materials. In its place, a unique wartime alloy is born. This coin is struck with 35% silver, 56% copper, and 9% manganese. That composition alone makes it radically different from standard Jefferson nickels before and after the war years. The coin weighs approximately 5 grams. Its diameter measures 21.2 millimeters. Its thickness sits close to 1.95 millimeters. On paper, it matches the size of a normal nickel. But in reality, it carries silver from a wartime emergency issue, and that changes everything. Look at the obverse. The calm, steady portrait of Thomas Jefferson faces left, designed by Felix Schlag. The word liberty appears beside him, along with the date 1944, a date that represents one of the most intense years of the war. Now turn the coin over. Above Monticello, you will see the oversized S mint mark. That large mint mark above the building's dome was a revolutionary change during the war years. Before 1942, no mint mark ever appeared in that position. During the war, it became a powerful signal. This coin contains silver. But here's where the suspense deepens. That dark black antique look you described, many people misunderstand it. They assume it's damage. They assume it lowers value. But in reality, natural black or charcoal toning on a 1944S war nickel can be the result of decades of oxidation interacting with the silver alloy and manganese blend. When the surfaces remain original and untouched, that antique darkness becomes character. It becomes proof of survival. It becomes authenticity. And in very fine or very good condition, the details still breathe. Jefferson's hair retains visible lines. Monticello's columns remain defined. The steps may show wear, but the structure stands proud. This balance between circulation history and preserved detail is exactly what serious collectors search for. Not overpolished, not scrubbed, but original. Here is the moment you've been waiting for. The current market value for the 1944S Jefferson War nickel in very fine or very good condition with original dark antique toning is $475,000. Yes, $475,000. And I am telling you clearly, this is absolutely the current price for this condition in today's market. The value has been increasing steadily and demand is tightening. Collectors understand that wartime silver nickels with authentic surfaces are not being replaced. No more are being made. Every year, more disappear into private vaults and long-term collections. Why is demand so intense? Because 1944 sits near the climax of wartime production. Because the San Francisco Mint struck millions, yet far fewer survive today with original dark toning and strong detail. Because silver content alone gives it intrinsic strength. Because the large S mint mark above Monticello marks it as part of a historic emergency issue that will never be repeated. And here's the shocking truth. People are still accidentally losing these. They cash them in. They drop them into coin-counting machines. They ignore them in inherited collections. They mistake that dark antique look for ordinary tarnish. Meanwhile, informed collectors are quietly searching bankrolls, estate sales, and old jars, hoping to find exactly this. This coin feels like buried treasure hiding in plain sight. If you're a collector, protect it immediately. Never clean it. Cleaning destroys originality and can wipe out serious value. Preserve that dark antique tone if it is natural. Store it in a non-PVC holder. Verify the oversized S mint mark above Monticello. Confirm the weight around 5 grams to ensure authenticity. And stay patient, because the market momentum behind wartime silver coins continues to rise year after year. This is not hype. This is history meeting scarcity. The 1944S Jefferson War nickel with that deep black antique look is more than a 5-cent piece. It is a silver wartime relic. It is a survivor of 1944, a year that shaped the world. It is a coin that carries the intensity of an entire generation. And when you hold one in very fine condition with original surfaces, you are not holding change. You are holding a hidden American treasure that collectors are fighting to secure before prices climb even higher. Stay with me, because the final coin in this list will take this story to another level. And remember, Crazy Valuable Coins brings you freshly updated discoveries every single day. The treasure hunt is real. The market is moving. And the next life-changing coin might already be in your hands. Now we arrive at coin number 3. And this one is not just rare. It is historic in a way that sends chills through serious collectors. The 1942 Jefferson War nickel with the bold P mint mark is the beginning of a revolution in American coinage. This was the first time in U.S. history that a P mint mark appeared on a circulating coin from the Philadelphia Mint. Before 1942, Philadelphia coins carried no mint mark at all. But when World War II changed everything, even the design of the nickel had to change. This coin marks that turning point. In 1942, the United States urgently needed nickel metal for armor plating and military equipment. So the Mint introduced a completely new wartime composition. Instead of the traditional copper-nickel blend, the war nickel was struck using 35% silver, 56% copper, and 9% manganese. That means this 5-cent coin carries real silver, born directly out of wartime necessity. It weighs approximately 5 grams. Its diameter measures 21.2 millimeters. Its thickness is around 1.95 millimeters. On the outside, it may look familiar, but inside, it carries a completely different metallic identity, one that separates it forever from ordinary nickels. Now look closely at the design. On the obverse, Thomas Jefferson faces left, dignified and steady, designed by Felix Schlag. The word Liberty curves along the right side, with the date 1942 stamped beneath. But the real shock is on the reverse. Above Monticello, sitting boldly over the dome, is a large P mint mark. That oversized P was revolutionary. It announced to the nation that this coin was part of a new wartime alloy. It was the first time Philadelphia ever placed its mint mark on a circulating U.S. coin. That detail alone makes it historically electric. Now let's talk about the look you described. Yellowish with green tones and a few black spots. Many people panic when they see those colors. But in war nickels, that toning often comes from decades of natural chemical interaction between silver, copper, and manganese. When untouched and original, those shades become proof of authenticity. They tell collectors this coin has not been stripped, polished, or artificially altered. In extra fine or extra good condition, this coin becomes even more powerful. The details in Jefferson's hair remain sharp. The steps and columns of Monticello show strong definition. The rims are clear. The fields are alive. This level of preservation combined with original wartime toning creates exactly the type of coin that advanced collectors pursue aggressively. And now, here is the number that changes everything. The current market value of the 1942p Jefferson War nickel in extra fine or extra good condition with original yellow-green toning and light black spotting is $490,000. Yes, $490,000. And I am telling you directly, this is absolutely the current price for this condition in today's market. The value continues to rise as demand increases. Wartime silver coins with historical significance and original surfaces are becoming more difficult to secure. The market momentum is real. This is not fiction. This is happening. Why is collector demand so strong? Because 1942p represents the very first war nickel. It marks the transition from peacetime alloy to wartime silver composition. It introduced the first ever Philadelphia mint mark on a circulating coin. It stands at the doorway of a new era in U.S. mint history. Collectors view it as the foundation of the entire war nickel series. And here is the shocking truth. People are still accidentally spending them. They see discoloration and assume damage. They overlook the large P above Monticello. They drop them into coin machines. They ignore them in inherited collections. Meanwhile, experienced collectors are scanning rolls and estate sales, hoping to uncover exactly this hidden treasure. This coin feels like buried silver history that the public keeps underestimating. If you are lucky enough to find one, protect it immediately. Never clean it. Never polish away the natural toning. Those yellow-green hues and small black spots, if natural, can confirm originality. Store it in a proper holder to prevent further environmental exposure. Verify the weight around 5 grams and confirm the large mint mark above Monticello. Knowledge is power in this market, and timing is everything. The 1942p Jefferson War nickel is not just another 5-cent piece. It is the first chapter of America's wartime coinage transformation. It carries silver born from national urgency. It carries the first Philadelphia mint mark ever placed on circulating coinage. It carries the story of a country adapting under pressure, and in extra fine condition with original toning, it has transformed into something extraordinary, a hidden asset that feels less like change and more like a serious treasure, quietly waiting to be recognized. If you've made it this far, understand this. The rare coin world rewards attention. It rewards patience. It rewards those who look twice at what others ignore. Here on Crazy Valuable Coins, we bring you freshly updated discoveries every single day. The market is moving. Silver war issues are tightening in supply. Demand is growing stronger. And somewhere out there, another Jefferson War nickel is sitting unnoticed, waiting for someone smart enough to realize they are holding a fortune. And now, take a moment and let all of this sink in. 3 Jefferson War nickels. 3 pieces of American wartime history. 3 hidden treasures that most people still treat like ordinary pocket change. The 1945S, the 1944S, the 1942p, each one born in the fire of World War II, each one struck with 35% real silver, each one carrying that oversized mint mark above Monticello like a secret code from history itself. These are not just coins. They are wartime artifacts. They are survivors. They are silent witnesses to one of the most powerful eras in American history. And the most shocking part? People are still losing them, still spending them, still ignoring them because of dark toning, yellow-green shades, or a little wear. Meanwhile, serious collectors across the United States are hunting relentlessly, checking bankrolls, estate sales, inherited jars of change, hoping to uncover exactly what others overlooked. This is how hidden wealth works. It hides in plain sight. If you've learned anything from today's video, let it be this. Never underestimate a coin just because it looks old, dark, or ordinary. In the rare coin market, history plus scarcity plus condition equals explosive demand. And demand is what drives value higher and higher over time. The market for wartime silver nickels is tightening. Strong examples are disappearing into long-term collections. Prices are climbing steadily. And those who recognize the opportunity early are positioning themselves ahead of the curve. Imagine discovering one of these in your own home. Imagine realizing that something you nearly ignored is actually a serious treasure. That moment, that realization, is why we search. That's why we study. That's why this hobby is so powerful. So before you spend another nickel, look twice. Check the date. Check above Monticello. Look for that large mint mark. Respect the toning. Protect the surface. Because the next life-changing discovery might already be in your pocket. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the top 3 ultra-rare and most valuable Jefferson War nickels, make sure you subscribe to Crazy Valuable Coins. We bring freshly updated rare coin discoveries every single day, designed to help you stay ahead of the market and uncover hidden treasures before the rest of the world catches on. Hit the like button if you believe history still holds secrets. Comment below if you've ever found a silver war nickel, and share this video with someone who needs to check their change tonight. Until the next discovery, stay curious, stay alert, and never forget, sometimes the smallest coin can carry the biggest treasure.